Welcome back everybody to the Johnny Guitar channel. Today we are playing Skyrim Anniversary Edition, the Brewer's Assistant, and we are here in the Dead Man's Drink in Falkreath with our Brewer's Assistant Jonah. And in the last episode he made his way here to Falkreath, kind of toured the town and got to know everybody, but he is here on important business. You see, the Jarl has taken notice of Jonah here as a rising star in the brewing and meadery world here in Skyrim. So the Jarl has requested an audience with Jonah, and so we're going to get to that. But yeah, Jonah himself is quite desperate to find some land to buy. You see, his lifelong dream has always been to open his own tavern and brew his own specialty mead. So in the last few episodes we've been scouting about Skyrim, visiting various taverns and meaderies just to see what it's like, how they run their operation, and possibly what ingredients they use to make their signature meads. And Jonah's got a lot of really good ideas, but first we need to buy that land. So yes, we are here in Falkreath, and in the last episode we also met an interesting character named Uthgerd the Unbroken. She was formerly a companion, but she was kicked out of the companions because of violence and a temper, and she's been wandering Skyrim ever since. Well, Jonah ran into her here in the Dead Man's Drink, and he pretty much hired her to be a bodyguard. You see, Jonah is a brewing master. He is not a warrior, so he definitely needs some help. So he went ahead and gave Uthgerd his woodman's axe and his special helmet. And Uthgerd also has been hanging out with this wood chopper named Thonir. So Jonah now has Uthgerd and Thonir here with us, and we could proceed with our adventure, but we do have one little bitty side quest to check out first. In the last episode, Jonah read a journal that was inside the Dead Man's Drink, and this particular journal talked about a man who found some sort of shrine just up the road from us. Thistle? Stay here, Thistle. So we're going to go check out this roadside ruin first and check out this shrine that, and then, you know, it's a little too early in the morning to go knocking on the Jarl's door. We're going to let him sleep in a little bit, and we're going to go check out these roadside ruins. You guys look amazing, and I'm so glad you're here to join Jonah on his adventure. And might I say, everybody, even after all these years, Skyrim is such a beautiful game with so many role-playing possibilities. I know that it doesn't have a lot of the same role-playing mechanics as Morrowind or Oblivion had, but it's got a lot of role-playing possibilities in that the world is just so open. And, you know, maybe you don't want to play as the Dragonborn or the Chosen One or the leader of the Thieves Guild. Maybe you want to play as a man who simply wants to craft his own mead. A man who simply wants to open a tavern and share his mead with the rest of Skyrim. You could do that. You could do that in this game, and that's why Skyrim is one of my favorite all-time games. You guys check out the Johnny Guitar channel. I play a lot of Skyrim as well as Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 4. Check it out. Give us a like. Give us a subscribe. That helps out the channel a lot. And with that, let's begin.
Huh?
Okay. Thonir Uthgerd, here is the altar that that one dude was talking about. Let's remind ourselves what his name is. It's a journal we found. There we go, mysterious altar. Yeah, this guy talks about how he stopped by these ruins. There was an old woman here and beckoned him to the altar. Okay, first bowl grants you power, second bowl grants you fortune, third bowl gives you nothing at all, which is kind of an interesting. Rulnik Windstrider. Before he was able to choose a bowl, though, apparently this Rulnik guy, he got sick. He was diseased, and so he ended up going to the dead man's drink. So, yes. Now, Jonah does need money. How much gold we got? Oh, 1,900 gold. There's been a little bit of a discrepancy. Jonah had to give some of his gold to Uthgerd in promise for her services as a bodyguard. Thank you, Uthgerd. Well worth it. We also did a little bit of training, so I think... Dang it. We're going to need easily 5,000 gold in order to buy some land here in the Falkreath Hold. So Jonah is tempted. We don't need power.
I'm just a poor man trying to make a living. I'd leave Mortal were it in my power.
We are tempted by fortune. Are we not, good friend? We are tempted by fortune. But Jonah's not a greedy man. He's a simple man. And he knows... He is well-read, though. Jonah is a well-read, even though he's just a brewer's assistant who started out working at the Nightgate Inn. He is well-read. And he knows that the Daedra are not kind. Fortune comes with a price. A bitter price, often enough. So I think Jonah is actually going to choose nothing. I don't know if this is a good choice or not, Thonir, but let's do it. Altar of nothing.
Huh?
Blood? Okay. Did we just bleed into that?
This damn war has cost us. Me. Everything.
Okay, simple enough. Let's head back to town. We have a date with the Jarl. Hey, Uthgerd. Look at this.
What is the music of life?
Oh my god, that was so loud. I don't know, lutes? No, drums.
You are not worthy.
Come on, you guys, follow me. Let's head back to town. Say hello to the Jarl. Perhaps there will be other ways where we can earn a little bit of money. I mean, I've already been throughout Falkreath, and believe me, there are a lot of people who are willing to pay me for various fetch quests. The problem is that a lot of those quests would take us pretty far from our objective. The Bloodlet Throne, full of vampires. I have no wish to go fight a bunch of vampires. That is not what I'm into. Though Sunderstone Gorge, there's a journal in there that we might grab later. But for now, let's just go meet the Jarl. Let's see if we can possibly barter. See what he wants. Good day. Good morning. Good day.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
Okay. Oh, a note from the Temple of Kinnereth. Let's go ahead and check that out. To all adventurers, I offer you Kinnereth's favor in exchange for your help. There is a gravely ill man in my care at the Temple of Kinnereth. Storms of ataxia have weakened his bones, and I fear their heavy rains will wash his life away. He requires a special soup made of the fruit of an ironwood tree, charred skeever hide, and salt. Unfortunately, the ironwood trees, once a staple of Skyrim's forests, are all but extinct. Moreover, importing the fruit from orchids to the south has been difficult due to the bandit raids and embargoes from the war. Our first attempt at securing the ingredient was lost. As the man's fever progresses, I fear a second request will come far too late. I've heard from the ferryman, however, that an ironwood grows on an island to the north called Giant's Tooth, but duty bounds me to the temple. But if by chance the winds of Kinnereth see fit to bring one to your shop, please deliver it to Whiterun as soon as you can. A man's life hangs in the balance. Acolyte Aldrin. Interesting. Okay, looks like there is a ferryman in Dawnstar that would take us. We don't have time for that now. I mean, we should probably shake a leg, right? I mean, a man is dying after all, but we don't have time for that now. Let's just keep moving. Say hi to the blacksmith before we pop over to the Jarl.
Only a hearty soul travels. Steel's good. Blades, helmets. Pretty much anything to suit your needs. See me at my forge if you need arms or armor.
Nope. Okay. Now, I don't imagine the Jarl wants to see some sort of adventuring clout. So let's go ahead and throw on some fine clothing. We'll take off our hood. There we go. That looks like a man who owns a tavern. Oh, Jonah, my boy, you are moving your way up in the world. Soon you will be a property owner, as long as everything goes well. Now, from what we learned by talking to everybody here in Kinnereth is that Dengir, the original Jarl, had to step down because he's getting old and paranoid. So I think it was his nephew became Jarl, and his nephew is quite young. Let's go ahead and pop in here and have a conversation.
I'm the steward here. I serve under Jarl Siggeir and Jarl Dengir before him.
Yes? What is it that you want? My uncle Dengir was Jarl until a short time ago. His old age and failing health caught up with him, and he stepped down.
Procuring supplies is a guess.
He now serves us honorably as Thane, and to the great benefit of the hold, I now serve as Jarl.
Could be selling weapons to an invading force.
Difficult? I'm a Jarl. I eat the most succulent meat, drink the finest ale, and hunt with the best hounds in the hold. Meanwhile, my very capable steward sees to the needs of the small folk and ensures that my hold runs smoothly. Being a Jarl could hardly be simpler. You should try it sometime. Ah, it's you. Yes, well, now we'll see if the stories about you are true. There's a group of bandits in my hold that I may have had a few discreet dealings with. The cut they were giving me was good at first, but now it's time to clean things up. Go and take care of it. Good. Execute every last bandit. Spare no one.
Siggeir can sometimes act
Helvard.
too quickly, but he does listen to Helvard and I.
Okay, well that was a little disappointing. He wants us to go fight a bunch of bandits. I'm guessing that would then prove his favor, which would help us purchase land here. Where is that? A skeleton? What is this? Where did this skeleton come from? Oh my gosh, this is so weird. All I see is the hand. What's it? Okay, we got a mysterious skeleton. Ineros. The reports are right. Rathgard and Sundar are singing, sending a signal out to anyone that might be listening. I don't know how, but I think I know why. The tools were only meant to be used on Numidium. It makes sense that they would never be allowed to leave Morrowind. To ensure this, Kagranok must have put in a failsafe system. If the tools were ever stolen, drones would be activated across Tamriel to recover them. The drones would then store the items in a vault until a tonal architect could fetch them. Unfortunately, as I suspected, that information was enough for some of the captains to betray us and change course. They no longer care about the artifacts or the job. They consider the cargo to be a death trap and are taking measures to unload it. Your caravan might think they were carrying the tools, but Sadras and Halalu swapped them before we ever got to Whiterun, and intentionally gave them up to the retrieval drones. Fortunately, I managed to track the drones back to a vault near Winterhold, what the locals call the Sightless Pit. I've also discovered the vault can be opened with an attunement crystal, which I've sent along with this letter. As I am no warrior, I dare not venture inside without you. Hopefully this message reaches your party in time, for I know we are of like mind. As a scholar, I want to see the artifacts delivered to my master, and you have always been someone who does not shirk his duty. I have faith that you and your crew can return north and repair this mistake. Valine. Oh, that is interesting. That is very interesting. Okay, I'm not quite sure what is happening here. I mean, she was talking about Morrowind, Sundar, and Rathgir, Kagranok, all sorts of deep lore things that Jonah is only vaguely aware of. We're gonna grab that though. We're gonna grab that stuff. We're not going to no Sightless Pit though. That sounds pretty. Seriously? Seriously, you want me to read the letter again? For now, though, let's see. It said Bile Gulch Mine. Okay, I think the best way to get there would be to leave from right here. Okay, we're going on a bit of a run, bit of a journey. You guys cool with that? You up for an adventure? I know I am. You know, I've heard in a lot of these holds that the only way you can purchase property in a hold is if, especially, you know, once a hold is already established, the only way you can purchase any of the additional property is to become a Thane. So perhaps us going and taking care of these bandits is our way of earning Thanehood, which would allow us to then purchase land and open a tavern. Okay. I'm here for it. Let's go ahead and slap back on that armor, just in case. Uthgerd gave us these rings. She has been fishing lately as she wanders across Skyrim, and she was actually able to fish up quite a few rings, which is pretty amazing. This one in particular, the Warlock's ring, is nice. So in exchange for the helmet and the axe that Jonah gave Uthgerd, she went ahead and passed him a couple rings. So that was very fortunate. Thank you so much, Uthgerd. I think you and I are going to have a lovely relationship working together. You know... Wait, before we get too far. I've got something else. I'm sorry. I've got something else. We need to pop back into Falkreath. Uthgerd, I heard the guards. Who killed this hunter? Interesting. I heard the guards talk about a wanted criminal in the area. Somewhere in the direction of Thunderstone Gorge. So, I figure if we're going to be heading north, just in case we come across this so-called criminal that's hiding in the woods to the north of us, we may as well get a little more information on the guy. So we're going to pop into the guards' barracks real quick. Here we go. They've got some sort of bounty. A wanted bandit has been hiding in the forest south of Thunderstone Gorge, posing as a hunter. Okay. A reward will be offered. Okay, sweet. He's a male. He's a high elf. Oh, he's a member of the Crimson Dirks, a notorious group of bandits and marauders. Okay. Okay, that was it. So now we've got a few quests that are up north here. What else do we got? There we go. Because I do want to pop into Thunderstone Gorge to find Runil's journal. We might as well hunt down this escaped bandit. And then, of course, we've got Bile Gulch Mine here. We got a lot to do. Let's get started.
No sign of him.
got myself into it this time. Hello? You! Over here, please, I need help. Please, do you have a potion you can spare? Thank Kinnereth for you, stranger. I'd almost given up hope of walking away from here. Name's Valder. I hunt out of Falkreath. We tracked a bear to this den. Good coin for those pelts. We had the big sow cornered when they showed up. 3 of them, out of nowhere. Spriggans. Niels went down before we even knew to run. Ari died just inside. I never even thought the things were real. I may have lost a drop or 2 of blood. Truth is, I'm not going anywhere like this. Hurts to breathe. I just need a little to get going. Much better, thanks, friend. I wouldn't have lasted much longer without that. But now what? I can't just walk away, not with my friends' bodies in there being torn apart by those beasts. You'd do that for a stranger? I don't know what to say. Lead on, I suppose.
Don't go setting the place on fire, okay? I'm just a poor man trying to make a living. I'd leave Mortal were it in my power. No sign of him. Where are you? No sign of him.
It's done then. Justice, if you can call it that. Look, I want you to have this. I know it isn't much, but it's important to me. Ari gave me this dagger when we first started hunting together. I always said it brought her luck. You should be the one to carry it now. I'll give them a proper burial, then head back. Come find me if you're ever in Falkreath. You'll always be welcome at my door.
Huh? Someone do something!
Destroy you. I will destroy you.
Okay. You okay? Oh, you took a arrow to the armpit, Uthgerd. You are badass, though. I will say that. We got a journal here. I didn't choose to be alone. A fish doesn't choose to swim. A bird doesn't choose to fly. They just are, and so was I. When the guard raided our hideout, I didn't shed any tears. We were always going to be lost children, orphaned by the world, if not by each other. The others fled to the cities, but I sought the stillness of the forest, with only the moon and stars to keep me company. That is until the day I met the wolf. When I found its leg caught in a bear trap, my first thought was to put it out of its misery. Yet for some reason I treated the wound and fed the beast until it recovered. I don't know why I saved it. Perhaps part of me misses the others and longs for a companion. I am no stranger to solitude. I've spent years relying on no one save myself. But it seems at the end of the day, I'm still that boy at the orphanage, parked at the window sill, staring out into an empty street. Aw, he loved his wolf. Okay, well that's... I mean, I wish we didn't have to kill the wolf. I don't like killing animals. Let's see what he's got. Well, would you look at this? This is a nice set of armor. It's kind of armor, boots. Oh, we got some gauntlets. Got some good stuff to sell. What else we got? A book? Not worth much. I see. And then look at that. We are right near Sunderstone Gorge. Let's go over there and check it out. Huh. Blood, skeletons. Let me guess. You, ma'am, are hostile. Ma'am, I'm just looking for a journal. No reason to get hostile. Nope. Ma'am?
I'm warning you, back off.
I'm warning you to back
Never
up.
should have come
Shit.
here.
Oh, she's good. She got a lot of tricks up her sleeve.
Come on, let's see you put up a fight.
Holy shit.
I'm gonna put you down.
Oh my god, how many times did you get shot, Uthgerd? Oh my god, that looks so painful. Okay, well, good thing you're a Nord and you can resist the cold, I guess. You can resist the cold. Interesting. Let's go ahead and check out that dagger we got from the cave. Just want to see what it looks like. There we go. Vald's Lucky Dagger. Looks like a steel dagger. 25% chance of critical hit. I'll take it. I'll take it. That seems like a nice dagger. Okay. Well, we are quite close. We've got to pop into Sunderstone Gorge for the journal. Then we got to head over to that mine and figure out what the situation is over there. Okay. I think we're going to do that in the next episode, though, everybody. I think we've had quite enough excitement for today. We're going to be doing some diving into dungeons, and let's check out that armor, because I'm wearing decent armor at the moment, but like my fur armor has a great warmth rating at 54, but 32 armor rating. Let's just see. 35, and we can improve it further. Awesome. Now currently my boots are 10, but they're fire resist. Not too worried about fire. Boots are a little better, and then my gauntlets. My gauntlets are heavy armor, and they enhance my bows. Now we're doing a full switch. Okay, what do you think, Uthgerd? Do we look badass? We look pretty badass. Oh yeah. Okay, Jonah. Day by day, you are becoming more of a warrior. And more and more you are earning that tavern that we will one day purchase. The gloves are a little bulky. The gloves are a little bulky. I'm not sure if I'm going to want to keep these, but either way, it doesn't matter. Thank you everybody for joining us here on the Johnny Guitar channel. And we will see you next time we play Skyrim Anniversary Edition, The Brewer's Assistant.
Yeah.